Welcome to MCN and Yamaha's brand new MT-09. Now we're really excited about this bike. It's got a brand new 3-cylinder 850cc engine which makes 115 bhp. It weighs just 188 kilos, fully fueled and ready to go. And best of all, it costs under £7,000. Now on paper this should be fantastic. So we're going to ride it around the roads here in Croatia to find out if it's just as good in the real world. So it has a rip snorting engine, funky styling, and wears its sporty credentials proudly on its sleeve. There's an aluminium frame, adjustable upside down forks and a horizontally mounted rear shock with a progressive link. It's got monoblock brakes, variable riding modes, fat sticky Bridgestone S20 sports tyres and a slash cut exhaust which is tucked so far out of the way Yamaha say you can lean it over to 51 degrees, the same as an R6. All up it weighs just 188 kilos or 171 kilos dry, which is a kilo lighter than an R6 and a massive 41 kilos less than the Kawasaki Z800. With Supersport sales drying up all over the world, the MT-09 isn't just an important bike for Yamaha, it's a machine designed to keep the blood coursing through the veins of motorcycling in general. It's actually one of the most exciting bikes to come out of Japan in years. Don't worry about that MT tag either. The big mid-noughties MT-01 V-twin and little single-cylinder MT-03 missed the mark, but the MT-09 is different. It'll wheelie, skid and stoppy like a stunt bike, but it's also comfortable, controllable and calm enough to take you to work every day and do the mundane. The new 3-cylinder engine is a gem and has a free flow of power all the way through the revs. And of course there's that rasping soundtrack which is beautiful at speed, but the exhaust is a bit too quiet around town and all you can hear is the engine whine. It's a masterpiece of 3-cylinder engine design, just like the leader in this class, the Triumph Street Triple. The MT-09 is nothing like its Japanese middleweight roadster rivals. Yamaha's own FZ8, the Suzuki GSR 750 and Kawasaki Z800 are all 4-cylinder clones. Sure, they're capable, but they're all heavy and a little uninspiring. The MT-09 has moved the game on. It's light, powerful and fun. It's as exciting to ride on the road as an R1 or R6 is on the track. Yamaha has already created a comprehensive selection of touring, styling, comfort and performance accessories when the bike goes on sale at the end of September 2013. So, the MT-09 is just like a street triple, only with a bigger engine, so how good does that sound? But before we get carried away with ourselves, it's not completely perfect. The ride lacks a little sophistication, and on some of the lower grip roads we encountered during the launch, the front end feels vague. You've got to really jam it in on the brakes into corners to pin the front end down to give you some feel for the front tyre. Worst of all is the jerky power delivery when you accelerate from a closed throttle in 2 of the 3 riding modes. It's a problem lots of bikes using ride-by-wire throttles seem to suffer with, no doubt a result of having to get them through emissions tests. The throttle is okay in its lowest B mode, but you don't get the best from the lovely new 3-cylinder engine. In standard and A modes you do, but it's hard to be smooth in the slower corners, around town and if you're trying to wheelie. None of this is the end of the world, and as an owner you'll always get used to the imperfections of your bike, but they're there. Yamaha has created something very special in the MT-09. It's not just another identikit Japanese middleweight roadster, it has a funky European feel to it thanks to its intoxicating blend of 3-cylinder power and feather-light weight. Best of all, it's a lot of motorcycle for your money. It's a roadster for all occasions. It's fun, friendly and fast. It's silly, sensible and a scratcher's delight. It's an inspired machine and would be getting as giddy about it as we do with the brilliant Street Triple if it wasn't for that snatchy throttle and slightly vague front end. Maybe we're overstating these problems slightly and being a bit too picky. It is a bike that costs less than £7,000 after all, but the rest of the bike is so bang on and so close to the mark, it's a shame it's not absolutely perfect.